Steve, why did you do the individual orders for a chest pain patient rather than using one of the power plans?
Oh, yeah. Power plans, I would say generally across the enterprise, 50-50. About half the users out there, maybe a little less for power plan people, and half the people are individual orders people. A power plan is good. It helps remind you of all the various things that you might forget. Let me go to orders and let me do it through the add order process just to, because it's going to be faster here. ED space, and certain power plans are an absolute must. You have to use a power plan in order to transfuse blood, and we strongly urge you to use power plans for things like strokes, which have all those important orders like notify stroke coordinator and for do the
Right.
swallow study,
For
all that
sepsis,
stuff.
with all the
Yeah,
time
sepsis is very
lactate.
helpful. Yeah, very helpful, things like that. So there are some in which are, and hyperkalemia. ED hyperkalemia is outstanding because it has all the glucose checks so that when the patient gets hypoglycemic 2 hours later, we catch it. But basically, if I wanted to do one of the power plans, then it's pretty similar. Let's choose an altered level of consciousness. I don't use that one too much. I should have picked up the stroke one, but what the heck. So that comes up, and then basically I'm going to check off the things that I want to do. It sort of is a menu of things that you might be interested in doing. The disadvantage of power plans is some of them can get kind of long and quite involved, and you end up scrolling quite a bit. But it just depends if you're what they call one-offs in Cerner world. Those are one-off orders versus a power plan user, and people should be familiar with both, and then they can do whatever they're comfortable with.
And I believe, if I'm correct, if you pull up a power plan and you check the orders that are normally for the ones that you do for this condition, and then you save as a favorite, it'll
Yep.
remember the ones that you check next time you bring it up.
Yeah, and that's very helpful. So let me get rid of this, refresh without signing, and I can show you. Do I want to cancel? Yes, I want to cancel. So in my ad, I can actually do it. This is so funny because I haven't done this process lately. Okay, so in your favorites, if you save those to your favorites, there's a variety of ways to get into them. But for example, one of the best power plans is called the ED Adult Critical Care Infusions. And I took that power plan and basically saved it under different names for different things. Like, for example, after I intubate somebody, then they get a fentanyl and propofol infusion. So you click on that and it tells exactly what it is. But when you go into it, the power plan is the ED Adult Critical Cares, and the only two drugs that are clicked off are fentanyl infusion and propofol infusion. Saved it as a favorite, and now when I intubate somebody, it's just really quick and easy. Just another example of how helpful saved favorite power plans are.